What's up, good folks? Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl, Bernicia. Now, I see that I got a few new members. Welcome to my channel, new members. You are officially part of the good folks clique over here. we do all speculating and we spew all the common sense over here, okay? So with that being said, real quick before I get into last Baddies East recap, I noticed in the comments that some of you guys are complaining about my fire alarm. Okay. So the problem is with the fire alarm, it's not the one that's hooked up. The fire alarm that's hooked up in my apartment is working. Okay. It doesn't beep. But since my dog is an illegal tenant and my landlord, he was supposed to pick up that the extra fire alarm. He was supposed to pick up that bitch like 2 months ago. He never came to got it, and I'm not going to call him to remind him because I have to hide my dog, storage his ass somewhere because he's an illegal tenant, okay? He's not on the lease, and I'm not going to pay an extra $100. I'm sorry, but I'm poor over here. Poor people, this is what we do, okay? So, with that being said, I actually forgot that the shit was in here. You know, I get my tune-out game be a motherfucker, so I don't got so immune to hearing that damn beeping in there that I don't notice it. But unfortunately, you guys have been hearing it, and I'm so sorry, guys. But I will find something to do with those things. I'll try to put them outside or something the next time I'm doing videos. But right now, like I said, I am not in a rush to call my landlord over here so he can be complaining about my fucking dog. I'm sorry. But with that being said, let's get into last week's episode. Or this past week's episode. All right, so the girls at this point, they're all like riled up against Smiley for the most part. Smiley claimed that she had a miscarriage, so everybody's going off on her. Roly confronted her about the miscarriage situation. She was everybody's voice, okay? So she basically was telling her, like, I feel like you lying, etc., etc. So they go back and forth with that. Then Suki confronts her about a situation where she was calling Suki's phone. And so they confront her about that. And so then it was at one point, Roly got really agitated with her, so she threw water at her. When she threw water at her, Smiley stood up. Mariah stole Smiley. Them two started fighting. So we take off on this episode where the security managed to break Mariah Lynn and Smiley up. Smiley goes in the kitchen acting like she's just hurting like a motherfucker. Talking about, I just had a miscarriage yesterday, etc., etc. But if I'm not mistaken, yesterday, Smiley, you was at the club. But that's neither here nor there. So she in the kitchen acting like she just hurting so bad. Whoop de whoop. So Mariah comes in there. Everybody like, give Mariah back her chain. Get her back her chain. Smiley's really not trying to hear it. She's like, you know, I'm hurt and y'all trying to fight. Y'all jumped me and I just had a miscarriage. Da 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 da. Mariah Lynn wasn't hearing none of that. So Mariah Lynn comes in the kitchen, take off on her ass again. Bop, 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 bop. Straight like that. So then Camilla tries to convince Smiley to give Sapphire a one-on-one because, mind you, Sapphire had started choking. I mean, she put Smiley in a chokehold or whatnot, and basically her and Suki got the chain up off Smiley's neck, right? Mind you, the chain that they took off Smiley's neck belonged to Smiley, but since she had taken Mariah Lynn's chain, they felt the need to help her take Smiley's chain. So they took the chain up off, straight up took the chain up off Smiley's neck, right? So Camilla, she goes in the room with Smiley and she's telling Smiley, like, why don't you just give them their head up? Like, you know, they want a one-on-one. Why don't you just give them their head up? She's like, no, I got blood coming out my pussy. And it feels so uncomfortable, this, that, and the third, etc., etc. Smiley still ain't want to fight. And so that's okay. So two things is pissing me off at this point. I don't like the fact that Sapphire and Suki jumped into the whole situation, the chain snatch situation. Okay, allegedly, supposedly the chain that Smiley took from Mariah Lynn was a fake chain. Okay, I think the pendant was real, but the chain was fake. either way, Mariah Lynn and Smiley have been around each other for a long enough time to where if, Mariah felt the need to snatch Smiley's chain, she should have done that, okay? She should have and could have done that by herself. She didn't need help from Suki and Sapphire. So they pretty much inserted themselves in a business that they had no parts of, okay? And they done so because they believed that Mariah Lynn was being bullied. I guess they looked at the size of the two women, Smiley clearly being way bigger than Mariah. So they felt like Smiley targeted Mariah because she was the littlest girl in the house, which may or may not be true because we've seen Smiley do a lot of clout chasing shit to get on the show in the first place. And I kind of feel like, to a certain extent, she did target Mariah because, well, the beef started between her and Mariah's sister, but I felt like she carried it on because she felt like beefing with Mariah would be the easiest way to get notoriety on.
Think it's small. We need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big, bitch. You need to be thinking big, bitch. Think big, bitch. I mean, I got to go. I can't keep giving people all this goddamn game.
So I kind of agree with them. That's how I feel about it. But with that being said, I just feel like, yeah, they stupid as fuck for jumping in it. It was crazy. They didn't have to jump in that. Mariah didn't need no help, et cetera, et cetera. Now, on the other hand, Smiley did a lot of big gangster talking on the internet. Matter of fact, after this episode dropped, Smiley went live. For those of you who are new to my channel, I did post a video, a clip of a part of the live where Smiley got on live, waving a gun, yet again, threatening Mariah, going on and on and on about Mariah. And so if it wasn't for her dropping that video, I probably would have felt bad for her for this whole thing. But that video, when she dropped that video, she spent a lot of time dissing and dogging the shit out of Mariah Lynn. Not one time did she have that same kind of smoke for Sapphire and Suki. And if you ask me, I would have been windmilling for all them hoes. Because first of all, she did get jumped by them, okay? Sapphire had her arm around her neck. You had Suki all up in the mix. You had somebody was grabbing her, trying to grab the chain off her neck. You had Mariah Lynn attacking her. So yeah, bitch, you had multiple people putting hands on you at the same time. That means you got jumped, okay? So the fact that she don't have smoke for all of them bitches and she's just picking with Mariah Lynn, that confirms everything that Suki and Sapphire was saying, that she was bullying Mariah because she felt like Mariah was the easy target. So, I mean, personally, at this point, I don't feel as bad for Smiley. And I'm starting to see what the girls are saying about her getting herself caught up in the middle of a bunch of bullshit. Like, she starts shit with people. How they say it? You throw a rock and hide your hand. That type of shit. She's doing that. Because now she's in the confessionals talking about something. I really just didn't want to fight. Bitch, you ain't really want to fight, but then you get on live right afterwards and talk all of this buku shit. I'm confused. Like, do you got beef or not? You know? So, yeah, child, I don't feel bad for Smiley at this point.
Check this out. I got my chain. Check this out, ho. I don't give a fuck, Mariah, what you think you got going on. I'm telling you, you don't know what you got yourself into, ho. Baby, I'm telling you, ho. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, ho. Mariah, shit different right here.
All that fucking whining. I'm starting to not like Smiley's voice. That's all that bitch do is fucking whine. Like, how you gonna be sitting up here fucking whining after all this shit that you done started? Want to sit up there and whine?
Was this on a reality show?
Yeah. Babe, I don't need your commentary in the background. You don't even watch the damn show. Thank you. You don't even watch the damn show. Y'all be here, be talking about it, but you don't watch it. You ain't gotta watch it. Shit, I be recapping the whole damn show. You know all the characters and don't even watch. But yeah, child. So, Smiley fucking whining. I'm just like, girl, just stop it. Just fucking stop it. Anyway, so Sapphire go to Coach and Mariah Lynn like, yeah, you don't never let a motherfucker say. I said, I see what this shit is. These two Her and Suki ghetto ass. They think that they saving Mariah's life right now. They think they saving Mariah's fucking life right now. They're like, girl, you got your chain. Never let a bitch take your chain. Da, da, da. So they was like, this polar white girl getting her ass trying to get bullied and shit. They really thinking that I get it. They dumb. Suki and Sapphire is just like dumb and fucking dumber. They really think that they helping, but they not. Like, they making the situation worse. But I get it though. I get it. They tried. So anyway, child, they getting ready to go out to the club, No Toes. Now, I don't told y'all about No Toes in my last video, because I talked about my little experience in Philly. So we was out in Philly for like damn near a week, about 4-5 days. Couple of things I did like about Philly, like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, you know, where I'm from, motherfuckers greet you, hey, hi, I'm from Florida. You know, people might be a little crazy here. I know we got, but for the most part, everybody that come to Florida, they have a good time, okay? Because we got some of the most friendliest people here. You know what I'm saying? So we go to, you know, Philly, motherfuckers like, you know, people just, everybody got a unit. I walk around the daytime, like, you know, places we went and hung out or whatever. I'm just like, customer service was like I was like, you know what, I'm going to end up yanking me a bitch up real quick around this motherfucker. Because I'm like, no, like, you know, I don't know. For me, I just felt like I didn't like the vibes. Maybe because I ain't running to the right people, because it was this one chick, she lit down there, I forget her name. God damn it, I go have to look up. But anyway, she like lit down there. So she was just telling me, like, when I was talking to her about it, she was just like, girl, I wish you would have, you know what I'm saying? I wish I would have knew you when you was down there, because I could have showed you the places to go. Woo. But the one place we did go that I had a really nice time at was that club No Toes. And I was telling y'all about that in one of my previous videos. So we went to No Toes. I just love the whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? It was like a 2-3 levels club, if I'm not mistaken. We had a good time. They was lit. It was, I liked that vibe, because a lot of times when you go out, you know, sometimes the niggas, they don't be like vibing and shit, but I seen like the niggas were vibing, and when they played Meat Mills, the whole fucking building was just like shaking and rocking. I was like, shit, I love this. Like, they show love to their people. Like, it was a whole different vibe and atmosphere, but it was like the nighttime, you know what I'm saying? Because like during the day, I'm like, what the fuck? But perhaps if I knew more people in the city, like, y'all motherfuckers, y'all subscribers on this channel, like, y'all people from Philly, like, hit me up, because like, you know, maybe if we could rerun this shit and I can go where it's lit at. See, I don't know where the fuck I'm going if I'm not front of them. But whatever would the case. So they end up going to the same club, No Toes. And so these bitches end up coming to the club late. So they got kicked out of the club. Now, I wonder how late, because No Toes, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that they shot down like 2 o'clock. So, which was lame as fuck anyway. Like, bitch, how the fuck y'all gonna come up late if y'all supposed to be like guests, you know, special guests or whatever? How the hell y'all gonna come there late like that? Like, and I'm pretty sure that club was packed like a motherfucker, because shit, when we went there, it was just some damn DJ there, and the club was packed. Okay, so I can only imagine, like, you know, with the baddies being there, how lit it was. I don't know, because like I said, I didn't see no people in the daytime. Like, no, I won't say no people. I would say like everybody seemed like it was just like a constant shuffle and bruffle. Like, I didn't see really too many people like socializing, just chilling, parlaying, hanging out. Everybody seemed like they was on the move. And then at nighttime, it's like everybody's social, and I really do have some beautiful people. Like, I love seeing, you know, how the women dressed and, you know, stuff like that. It was nice at nighttime. That's what I said. Like, is y'all some vampires up there in Philly? Like, shit. Because I'm like, goddamn, where everybody at? Like, all the people, I don't know. But anyway, where we was, the Jersey was probably like 10-15 minutes away. So we hung out a lot around the Jersey area or whatever. You know, that's more green for me. I like fucking greenery. That's neither here nor there. So they go to the club. Oh my God. Some of these outfits. Okay, so Mariah Lynn and Sky, bad. They look good. Dude was my favorite looks. Fucking Natalie looked like I don't know what the fuck she looked like. She looked like a MILF or a dominatrix or some shit. Like, she looked like a freaky ass school teacher. That's what she looked like. Like, I don't know. Some of her outfits be giving me kind of like 50 Shades of Grey type freaky, like, sex dungeon. She be... I think that's that half white side of Natalie, because she be giving me sex dungeon sometimes with her outfits. I don't know. Who else? Oh, fucking Rolly. Rolly, go change your outfit. Somebody should have told her ass. That's how I know these bitches really don't fuck with Rolly. Y'all should have told this bitch to turn around, go change her fucking outfit. Like, girl, she pissed me off. She pissed me the fuck off. Listen, I don't give a fuck. I fuck with you, Rolly, but girl, I listen. If you was my friend, girl, I would have your ass. Listen, it's big bitches. There are so many sexy big bitches. You do not have to represent us like that. Like, what the fuck? It's not. Sometimes how you package things makes it more appealing. It's all about the fucking packaging, okay? You ever took a marketing class at college? It's all about the packaging. However you package it, you know what I'm saying? You have to package it right. You know you're a big girl, you got extra layers. You can still be as sexy and fine as the rest of these hoes. These bitches that need cheeseburgers, you could be just as fine and sexy as them, but you do not have to put on those stank, skimpy, yeast infection ass, tight ass, nasty shorts that you got all your stomach spilling over. Girl, you should have wore you a nice... She could have wore her a nice little one-piece jumper, had her some pretty accessories, dressed classy like a lady. You don't have to be fucking stank and hoish. You ain't skinny like these. You ain't skinty like these hoes. You can't get away with shit like these hoes. These other bitches could. I don't fucking know. Rolly need to get her a stylist. She need to get somebody who know how to dress that big body, okay? I just can't stand the way she be looking all fucking funky and greasy and stank and nasty and musky and smelly and fishy and funky and yeasty, and she be looking all of that. You don't gotta dress like that, girl, because you got a BBL, but bitch, you still like 3 times the size of most of them women. You do not have to dress like them. That shit pissed me the fuck off. You just barely representing the BBW bitches. Not all of us dress like that. Not all of us be walking around here looking stank like that. Ugh, God. I like that girl fucking Tokyo Vanity. I mean, it's so beside the point, but that girl Tokyo Vanity, her I like the way she dressed. She be looking classy. You know what I'm saying? She dressed to fit her body. Who else be like that shit? Like, you know, like I like some of these girls be out here and see they don't get no recognition. It be these stank funky motherfuckers that y'all want to pay attention to. Lizzo pissed me off for the same reason. I love Lizzo too, but she pissed me off too sometimes. Whatever, child. I'm just really stressed me out. So anyway, I was just getting on beside the point. So anyway, they get kicked out of the club because they ass arrived late. That is so disrespectful. Y'all arrived fucking late. And then Rolly want to talk shit because they got kicked out. First of all, ain't nobody wanted to see your ass there in them fucking shorts. Thank you, ma'am. So anyway, the girls, they headed from Philly. Now they're leaving to go to New York. Okay. Typical Natalie. She's been doing it the whole season thus far. She got her people, the girls that she fuck with, riding in the private jet. They going, you know, they staying in nicer accommodations than the other girls. What I will say though, the house that the other girls had to stay in, it had like a cabin look to it, but it was much nicer than their previous houses. So I would give them that. But of course, Natalie one-upped them as usual. So the girls that Natalie had with her was her little posse, Scotty, Rolly, Mariah Lynn, E.T., and now Suki and Sapphire. So that's that. So anyway, Natalie's like, okay, we're about to have this meeting. Her famous fucking meeting. So she's calling out the girls, telling them like, look, everybody for to come over here. We need to put some things on the floor. But this time we already know that, you know, everybody for to confront Smiley. So apparently Smiley has some things to say on social media. Whoop de whoop. And so now the girls are finna address her. Now, before I get into that, let me just say this. I don't agree with how they dealt with Smiley. How could y'all as grown women say that y'all was bullying a bully? Like, two wrongs don't make it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to confront her and to verbally, like, scold her, but to be putting y'all hands on this woman, that's immature and fucking childish. Okay, what they did was childish, but it was funny. You know what I'm saying? And when you spit into the wind, they come back and hit you in the face. Speaking about Molly, because when you do certain shit to people, you can't be mad when it happens to you. It just is what it is. See, it was all fun and games for her when she snatched Mariah's chain, took her little hairpiece, and was, you know what I'm saying, doing all of that flexing shit on social media. It was all fun and games. But now that it's happening to her, it's like, oh my God, my miscarriage. Oh my God, this and that. Listen, you can't do things to people, and then when they come back to get your ass, now you got to tell, you know what I'm saying? You don't get to tell them when it's okay to attack you. Like, it doesn't matter. You have done something to somebody and it will eventually come back to bite you in the ass. And that's with anything, folks. No matter what you do, remember, what you put out there is what will happen to you. What energy that you give will be exchanged back to you. So just remember that. But yeah, so anyway, everybody called Smiley out, and I like the way they did it. They handled it a lot more maturely. Everyone, got their chance to speak their piece about how they felt about Smiley and what their issue was. Now, Sapphire straight out called Smiley out and said, like, bitch, I don't fuck with you. I think what you did is flawed. And basically, I agree with Sapphire. Like, I agree with the fact that, I feel like Smiley was quick to fight Mariah Lynn. Any situation where presented itself where Mariah Lynn confronted her or maybe swung at her, she was always quick to fight Mariah Lynn. But you sit up here and you say, oh, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. And then you feel you so threatened that you give this girl back her chain after all this flexing and after all this time and after all of that jumping and chain snatching they did from you. You turn around and you give the chain back, all because these other girls got something to say to you. But like, why not stand in your shit? Why do all the things that you do to invite the energy that you invite in, and then when it presents itself, you don't stand up? Like, why even do that? Why try to attract a negative attention, if you, a negative energy, if you know that you can't handle it? Like, to be sitting up here talking about, oh, she was riding this miscarriage situation out to the wind. Listen, there is no excuses. When you have to deal with it, you have to deal with it. Every girl on that show probably had motherfucking problems going on with them when they was fighting. Look at Tesheki. She just got her ass done, and she had got into like several fucking fights in a few days. But she handled what she had to handle. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, Smiley. You grown. You not a fucking child. You don't get to cop out and cop deuces when you done playing fucking games. You don't get to do that. So I don't feel bad for her. I don't like to watch social media, but because all these girls was going back and forth about Smiley, I just had to get on social media and see what the fuck they was talking about. And I've seen some of these lives, and I was just like, girl, she wasn't even talking about me, and I wanted to slap the shit out of her. So just imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, shit like that not funny, because look what ended up happening to her. I don't like that. When you play pussy, you get fucked. And that's just point blank, period. But anyway, she bowled it down to Sapphire. She didn't want to fight, cussing. She didn't want to fight. It went on so bad to where Natalie was just like, well, if you don't fight, go home. If you don't want to fight, then just go home. So I guess next episode they gonna get her and Smiley and Sapphire gonna end up getting into a little tussle. Whoop de whoop. Shit. What else happens? I think E.T. and Smiley, E.T. and Biggie gonna end up getting into it about some bullshit. I don't know. And then this whole thing with Scotty and N.E.X.T keeps happening. And I'm just like, what the fuck is all of this about? Like, why is there consistently being a problem between Scotty and N.E.X.T? Like, y'all, I'm starting to think I believe all these little rumors is true about Scott. Is she mad at anything she think Lenny might want? I don't know. But child, all of that is purely allegedly, as far as I'm concerned. I don't give a shit. Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and just fast forward all this shit. Get to the Jamaica episode and let's get to this reunion because this reunion should be quite interesting as far as I'm concerned. I'm just ready to fast forward all the way, get this shit over with real quick. All right, well, this whole episode was pretty, mostly lackluster, guys. I tried to make it as interesting as I possibly could, try to go into the little details. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Yes, like let's have a conversation. Like y'all always want to get on there to talk shit. Let's get on here to really discuss. Like, do y'all feel the way I feel? Like if about Smiley, like is y'all just over the whole Smiley situation, or do y'all just feel like she just got bullied or whatever? Because people might feel differently, and I'm open to all and respectfully all opinions. With that being said, guys, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button. And with that being said, I love you guys. Deuces.